Hello, everyone.
Afternoon, about this time of night. By the time this upload gets finished, it might even be good evening. Hope everybody's doing well today. Welcome back to Dreaming with Drifters.
It's a beautiful day.
And yeah, it was chilly this morning. Long sleeves. You can see Lyssa's in a sweater. I think it was like 47 degrees.
And it feels really nice right now.
Yeah, I think it's probably mid-70s right now. I think the high today is only going to be around low 80s. It's an amazing day.
Mm-hmm.
It has been an accomplishing day today already. And we got a big question to ask you. We'll get to the question in a minute. But I know today has been big check mark off the list.
Yes. Yes.
So, I guess there's two questions I'm going to ask. First question, filing taxes. Have you ever had your taxes rejected? First question. And for us, we got rejected twice. All because I've had identity theft issues in the past. Who would have known it? With the name like Michael Smith, there might have been an issue. So I have what's called a personal identification number that I get from the IRS every year, different number. They send it to me every year. I got it. I lost it. I retrieved it online, and for whatever reason, they kept rejecting my tax returns. Online. And so I got with, we chose to use TurboTax. I got with the representative from TurboTax because we paid to use the upper level of it to get assistance and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And so they told me that the reason that it got rejected was because of personal identification number issues, and that the only way we were going to get around this was to print off the form and then mail it in.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about these bees in a minute, too. Holy smokes.
That's why I covered my soda.
Yeah.
Go away.
A little bitty. It's like, they almost look like a wasp.
Go away.
Uncle David thinks they're honeybees, but they are...
I shall return.
They're not honeybees. They look like little yellow jackets. Anyway, I scrolled off there. We got the taxes finished, signed, mailed off in the mail, and I want to say thank you so much to the clerk at the Boonville post office for saving the day. And you know what? I'll go a step further. Thank you so much to the clerk at the Boonville Public Library. Big shout out to you for not charging us to print off this 32-page document at 20 cents a copy. Thank you for that.
Look, it's still there.
Yeah.
It just followed me.
That's because we destroyed its hive.
I also have perfume on, too.
Oh. Well, that's because you're so high maintenance.
If you know, you know.
Anyway, the clerk at the post office let me know, hey, don't forget to sign your tax return. Oh, man. She was like, it would have got rejected again. So we, sure enough, went through it. I signed it. Lyssa signed it. And she was like, I got a sneaky feeling that your state return is in there as well.
Yeah.
Coming from Florida, we didn't have to do a different return for state, so I just wasn't even thinking about that. And guess what? You got to sign that too. So we got them both mailed off. I am happy. Woohoo!
Yes. And we got some other things while we were in town that we needed.
Yep.
We always need things, you know.
Yep.
We're a family of 5 with animals. I mean, it's life.
And living the off-grid life that we're not fully self-sustainable yet. We do use the generator. I don't know if you guys see it over there or not, but we do use the generator still to run things, and got to replace that good fuel. Mm-hmm. So we got some fuel today as well. And then we'll get some other things down the road.
It was a productive day.
It was a great day.
Oh my gosh, guys. We went to Walmart, and we needed some toilet paper. So we go, and I look, and all the toilet paper is gone.
It's off the shelf.
Like, There was some. Now they had a very select few.
They didn't have that angel soft.
But like
That's what
almost
I like.
all the toilet paper was gone, and I was just shocked.
Yeah.
You don't typically don't see that,
It's just, I mean, obviously the supplies and everything are in high demand in other places and stuff like that. But being so far away from those areas, I just didn't expect to see the TP low.
Yeah, here, like, wow. Anyways.
So, Lyssa, we were talking about something while we were out today. Lyssa and I were having a very serious conversation. Mm-hmm. And it was not just myself and Lyssa, but a friend of ours. And we were talking about forgiveness.
Yeah. Forgiveness.
And a friend of ours, and we were, me, her, and Lyssa, we were on speakerphone, and we were talking to her. And we were just amongst having conversation with ourselves, with her. And forgiveness got brought up. Mm-hmm. And what forgiveness means to me was different than what forgiveness means to Lyssa. Mm-hmm. And so we, and then it was, obviously, forgiveness is something different to the friend we were talking to on the phone. And we got to thinking, forgiveness is a pretty iffy subject, right?
It is.
What does forgiveness mean to you? That was the question Lyssa wanted to ask today.
I wanted to ask you guys, what does forgiveness mean to you personally? Leave it in the comments.
Yeah. I know sometimes you don't typically comment. I know a lot of you subscribers and you viewers out there do watch it, the videos on the TV and stuff like that. But if you have the opportunity to comment on today's video, I would really, really love to read the comments. What does forgiveness mean to you? Yeah. If somebody was to have wronged you, now this didn't have anything to do with us. This was just a general conversation that we were having, myself, Lyssa, and our friend, and what forgiveness means. But if somebody was to have wronged you, I mean, the right thing to do is to forgive the person.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Forgive that person, and then what? Though, Yeah. What kind of person are you to go through those steps? Because they're steps you got to take, right? I mean, when people wrong you, you go through something emotional.
Right.
You feel some type of feeling, either
some type of way, betrayed,
betrayal, maybe anger,
sadness.
Sadness. Woo, you're on it today. Lyssa's psychic's on it.
Anxiety, even,
Anxiety is a big one, I bet.
Yeah.
Feeling all these feelings. What steps? Because you have to go through feelings, right? You have to be able to move on and to get to the next step. You have to experience and go through these feelings. Mm-hmm. So what feelings and what steps do you have to go through? My steps were different than Lyssa's. Obviously, Lyssa and myself, the perfect half to my other, the yin and yang.
Oh, I'm not perfect.
I said the perfect half.
Oh.
Is what I said. You're the perfect.
Okay, I get it.
You complete me. Is what I'm saying. But we're so different, right? Lyssa, on one hand, when you are wrong, you are the type of person who would rather just, I see your action, I'll remove myself from the area, from the feeling of negativity, and just have a good day.
And have a good day.
Lyssa's,
I don't wish you any harm on you or nothing. Just have a nice day.
Right.
Lyssa's
the type of person where, like, it's not that I don't want to see you eating. Just don't want it to be at my table.
That's right.
You feel me? And that's how Lyssa feels. Me, I am a different type. Myself, I want to hear it.
Well, it's not just forgiving others, it's about forgiving yourself too in any situation.
Right.
Because, everybody's not perfect.
Right,
and
but we're talking about a specific scenario, though. We're not talking about just whatever. We're talking about
I'll be fine.
When someone wrongs you, right? I mean, we can get off into a rabbit hole with where you're going. Let's stay above ground here. When people wrong you and the steps that you go through, and forgiveness is what we're talking about, right? So yes, that has to do with forgiving yourself, but there's no reason to forgive yourself if you were wronged, right? Right. So, you wouldn't believe it, I'm a confrontational person. And not to say I'm looking for like a violence or like a mean outcome or something like that. I am just the type of person to like, let's bring our troubles out into the open and speak about it. I want to hear you say it. You know what I'm saying?
He wants to physically hear the other person say, yeah, I did this.
Right.
And take accountability, and I understand that. But a lot of times, our emotions will not allow that.
Right.
So.
Right.
Right. And this is what we're saying. What does forgiveness mean to you?
Right. And so with you being a certain type of person, how do you deal with that? How do you forgive and move on if you're the type of person like me? For me, I feel like it's easier for you to forgive and move on. For me, it's tougher for me. It's easy for me to forgive. It's like, okay, whatever. You've done what you've done. You've wronged me. It is what it is. But until you say it, right? Until you say it, it's always going to be in the back of my mind like, I want to hear you say it. Like, it'll never leave my mind until you say it. I want to hear you say it. It ain't got to be no thing.
And that's part of letting them go and removing yourself, because now you're also breaking that connection that is creating. You're like, sometimes we put ourselves in a mental prison,
right?
Because we have to hang on to this emotion and this feeling. And, if we let go, there's no more connection to that, and it's easier to heal from the betrayal and and still see that other person in a forgiving light, right?
Okay, I feel it. You got once again, there's nothing coming. This isn't anything coming from us towards us or anything like this. This was just a conversation we were having with a third party individual.
Right, and we just thought it was what a good topic.
It was a good topic.
What a good topic.
Because we ended up talking to this individual for like an hour or a minute. You know what I'm saying? It was a good conversation. Yep.
And then we have to, when a certain scenario happens, right?
When you are wronged.
When you are wronged, to look at it as, oh my gosh, this happened, I can't believe it. If you looked at it more as like, maybe this is the divine, however you want to look at the God or whoever you practice or believe in, okay, guys, whoever. Just say, you know what, this was something was being wronged here, and I'm putting light upon this so that now you're no longer blinded by what's happening, and you can let go and heal. Just another.
Blinded by the light.
Everything happens for a reason. It does.
It does.
It does. And we never know what it is until after the fact, and we can look back and put all the pieces together and look how all the pieces fell. You
know what? Although there is no good thing when someone is wronged.
Never.
However, sometimes the light is so bright that is being shined on the scenario when it has nothing to do with you. You might see that you might have been wrong too.
Right. That's why
shine that light bright.
What I was saying earlier comes into play. You know. So none of us are perfect, and we all have hurt somebody or talked badly about somebody
wronged somebody in some way.
Or wronged somebody in some way.
Yes.
And that's when we have to look within and be like, you know what? I was a crappy person.
I was wrong.
And, you know, I should do better. And then make the conscious choice to do better and not act like that again. Or when you catch yourself acting that way, you be like, oh no, wait, nope, that's not where I want to take that. You know, I'm not trying to do that. You know?
It was a good topic.
It was.
I
think this would be a great topic for the comment section, guys. We really want to know your perspective and your views and your opinions about that scenario, about forgiveness, guys, you know?
Because I know I've had to be forgiven. I have wronged Uncle David in the past to where some would have never forgiven. I completely crashed one of his dream trucks.
Long time ago, guys.
Years and years ago. This is like 20 years ago. Yeah, it's like 20 years ago.
Long ago.
And we've talked about it before on his channel and stuff. And, you know, I had to admit my faults and admit my mistakes. And, you know, he's had to forgive me and stuff like that. And, you know, and I've had to forgive others who have wronged me in the past. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has experienced that before. And I think that's why Lyssa thought it was such a great question and such a great topic, because everyone can resonate with that.
Everyone can resonate with that.
Every single one of you guys can resonate with this topic. And once again, for the third time, this has nothing to do with something that happened to us or something like that. This was just a conversation that we were having with a third party about forgiveness. It's been a great day.
It has been a great day.
And it started off rough because yesterday, I woke up this morning, swolled up with, I counted 10 total bee stings or bee bites or whatever you want to call them. I don't know if they were biting or stinging, and I don't think they're honeybees. I know honeybees are dirty, they look furry. And these look more like wasps, I'm telling you. Anyway, Uncle David was hooking us up yesterday, doing something for us. And we ran over a hive, or a nest, or a burrow underground.
Yeah, it was
and
crazy.
It was thousands of bees, or wasps, or yellow jackets, or whatever the little tiny little... Holy crap. By the time I could scream and run away, because I was trying to film, and from how far away I was, it looked like mosquitoes, right? Because there was so many of them.
Yeah.
So I decided to, derpader, man. All of a sudden, I was like, ah! Hey, Uncle David was on Uber. He said he heard me yell, and he was backing up, and none of them bit him or stung him at all. They were just everywhere. But the whole time I was running away, I got two. I got two on my elbow, one on the inside of my elbow, two on the top of my elbow, one in my bicep. And Uncle David was talking about I should take a picture of my bicep because it was swollen and that's the biggest it's ever gonna look, right?
He's got one on his back.
I got one on my upper back, one on my lower back. I got one on this arm, one on my hand, and two on the back. Listen.
They lit him up.
So I was kind of itchy this morning. Not really in the greatest mood. It's a little cold. Had to dig the heater out and turn the heater on. Man. But it's not about how you start, right? It's about how you finish.
Right.
And this day's gonna, even though it may seem like a marathon, by the end of it, I think it's gonna finish very nicely. Very nicely. I know it's gotta
be editing today.
Yeah, Lyssa's got a full day of editing.
Got to make that money. That's where we make our money.
We're actually a couple of videos ahead, guys, on our other channel, Drifting Dreamers 5. If you're not subscribed to this channel, Dreaming with Drifters, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And if you already are subscribed, or you think you're subscribed, check the subscription, because you might be unsubscribed, guys. YouTube is still, they do it to everybody.
Everybody.
They do it to everyone. So don't forget to subscribe. But we got a lot of things coming out. We're about to have so much more area, so much more storage. We're about to have... It's exciting. It's exciting. I can't wait for the boys to move into the house.
I know.
Oh,
so excited.
It's coming soon. The goal is before the end of the month. Yep. And it's upon us. It is upon us. And but I think we can do it. I think we can do it. Yeah. October 31st. It's got to be at least by October 30th, because Halloween will be doing Halloween festivities.
Right.
So, there's that.
There's that.
I think we're going to go ahead and hop off of here, guys, and do some work around here. And besides, I got to take you all the way up to Come On Homesteading anyway to get you uploaded. We haven't had any internet service really worth a darn since Friday.
Our phones haven't been working. When we left to go to town this morning, once we got out of here, our phone started blowing up, going crazy.
Bring, 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 bring. And it's like, only here, only on the landing. As soon as we go anywhere else, and we typically have cell service here, and we have Wi-Fi typically all the time.
Yeah, not sure.
But it is down, and I do want to apologize to anybody who's tried to reach out to us. And we've just not responded. We're internet issues, guys. Internet issues. I did want to say we seen a friend and subscriber of ours today at Walmart. Oh, yeah? Trying to remember his name. Do you remember his name? Drawing a blank. And I am so ashamed of myself.
I walked up before. I missed the name.
Man. I am so sorry. I was so excited to say, on camera, I'm sorry. We were on the phone talking about the forgiveness thing, and I just spaced out. Squirrel! You know me. I'm easily distracted.
Super easily distracted.
Oh, look, a red balloon. Oh, a bird. Oh, a butterfly. We love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today.
Have a great day, guys.
Don't forget to comment. Bye.